What's good, y'all? It's your boy Jay back at it again. Today we got new MIZKIF allegations are horrific by Quintio. And without further ado, no further yet, let's get right into this.
Career-ending allegations have been brought against MIZKIF, very well-known streamer from another top streamer, Emaru, who's also been in the news as last week because they were SA'd at TwitchCon. But getting back to what we're talking about in this video, Emaru has made a lot of allegations toward MIZKIF, and they're all horrific. Emaru directly accused him of psychological and domestic abuse, stalking, harassment, threats of blackmail, and SA. Now,
God damn, niggas stacking them hoes up like Pokemon cards in this bit. Hold on, let me turn my fan down, yo.
She covered this all in about an hour and a half on a stream from today, and so I watched that entire thing. I'm going to break down the key points for it for you guys so you can understand what's going on. First things first, apologies if my mic is getting moved around a lot. My mic arm broke, so I have to hold this while I'm going over all this. We're going to start first with this Dexerto article.
Yeah, and the thing is with these allegations, I think they might have some validity to them, right? Because Emaru, from what I know, is one of the most, if not the most popular Twitch female streamer, very popular content creator. Hella clouded up, hella money, so this isn't just to get, you know, more clout, right? She might actually have a reasoning for this. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, with the shit that been happening recently, I'm starting to feel bad for her. I ain't gonna front.
Talking about this simply because I want to give anybody who isn't aware of who these people are a little bit more context down here. So Emaru and MIZKIF were previously in a relationship and lived together in Austin, Texas, close to other streamers, part of the OTK One True King streaming organization. They were together with that. A lot of people that have just kind of like been aware of Twitch, and if you've kind of seen it here or there, or clips that have, you know, surfaced on the internet, there's a very good chance that you've seen MIZKIF. He's been a very big streamer for quite some time now, and Emaru was living with him. They were never public about being in a relationship, but people suspected as much, being that they were in the same house. And of course, Emaru confirms this, talking about what she talked about today. Now, with that little bit of context out of the way, I want to show you guys the intro that Emaru gave talking about this on her stream.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that MIZKIF has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I have attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing.
Now, obviously, those are not light allegations.
Those are career-ending allegations, to be honest with you.
Pretty heavy accusations to be throwing MIZKIF's way. Now, during this stream, I think they mentioned it a couple of times, but they let their stream know that they have consulted their lawyer before even coming forward with this, and they spoke with them before they went live and are sharing any of this. But continuing on, she goes into why she's talking about this now. And it has to do with the fact that she was told by some other content creators that he had done something similar to another individual, another woman. And now she kind of feels an obligation to get this information out there and make sure that nobody goes through what she had to go through.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking, why am I doing this and why now? And I would like to explain that before I get started so that people understand what prompted me to do this today, and that it's not just on a whim or something like that. I was informed by 3 separate people, one of whom was present for said incident, that he had done something similar to something that he had done to me, and to someone in LA at the end of September. And this person is not a streamer or content creator, but obviously that does not matter. And because of this, I cannot in good conscience sit here knowing that I know critical information about someone that almost no one else does and not say anything.
Following up after that, she ends up talking about her move from where she originally was living alone in Kansas over to living with MIZKIF in Texas. And this is where she confirms that yes, as most people had figured out, they had a relationship during that time.
A lot of people already know this, but I'm just gonna come out and say it. We started dating. We were in a relationship starting January 2022 after I joined OTK. I'm not planning to go into too much detail about the start of the relationship because it honestly doesn't really matter at this point. It's irrelevant now. The only things that really matter that you guys need to know for the story are that it was...
Nigga must have backed her off either clout or insane game, because ain't no fucking way, boy. That nigga kind of ugly, I ain't gonna front.
Jays.the.one, an extremely private relationship. It was even hidden from friends and people in the org, but I mean, obviously people all eventually figured it out. They're not fucking stupid. And second, it was an extremely codependent relationship.
I think obviously it's important to make that clarification and make sure we're all on the same page about them having a relationship, that it was codependent, that they were very much relying on each other. I think it just helps provide a bit of context and understanding for the following claims and how they came to be, like the domestic abuse, etc. Now you could expect at the time, of course, MIZKIF was a lot bigger than Emaru was, and so going
that's what I assumed.
And then now getting into a relationship, there's clearly a power dynamic there, you know, tied to their work, things like that. All that to say that she makes a point that other people have noticed, or were assuming that this is what was going to be the content of this stream, that MIZKIF was incredibly controlling.
The start of it was fine. I saw a lot of people mentioning this. They thought this was what I was going to talk about. It's not a secret. I think everyone who paid attention knew that he was very controlling over what I wore.
Yeah, and dudes like that are always like, being super controlling on your girl is always like a bad thing, because that shows that it's insecurity, right? And you see what some of these red pill dudes, they be like, your girl can't have an Instagram, your girl can't do this, that, and the third. And it's like, you're this insecure about your relationships with this woman that you're restricting her from doing all this and wearing this and going out with friends. Like, you too controlling, right? You are bringing about this insecure energy to the relationship, and that can only end badly.
To a degree, who I was friends with, and even when I would stream.
And so that leads into her talking about one of these first instances where MIZKIF was throwing things at her, throwing bottles at her. More than that, also throwing his phone at her.
It was definitely slow over time.
Should sound abusive.
Bad things started happening. At the start, it would be things like, for example, he would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him, like,
that's not fucking cool, my nigga. Regardless if it's plastic or glass, you don't throw things at your girl, especially if it has liquid in it, man. You don't throw, like, even if I'm playing around with my girl, I'm not gonna throw motherfucking plastic bottles on her, right? That's OD.
Didn't like it, and it scared me, and I bruised very easily.
That's wrong, my nigga. Especially if your girl's on the more physically fragile side.
He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident. And I was like, oh yeah, it's an accident.
You don't accidentally throw your phone at somebody, bro. Especially if you do it hard enough to where the person gets that doesn't accidentally happen, my nigga.
At the time, I just kind of was, you know, I just brushed it off. And looking back now, I feel like that was kind of the start of him testing my boundaries.
Now, in regard to this black eye specifically, we actually have a post from Livestream Fail. All of this has been coming out in just a few short hours after she had went live with this. Stream from around August of 2022, where some viewers have noticed Emaru's black eye, likely from the bottle incident discussed today. And so she actually talks about getting a black eye, and then towards the end of it, she accidentally alt tabs, and people clipped the alt tab that she had done, and it revealed this photo, what looks to be her, and showing the black eye. They zoomed into it. Again, this isn't confirmed, it's just what people are suspecting. It falls in line with the timeline. Talks about having a black eye. It just kind of like fits in all of those parameters, and then this photo showed up in that alt tab. Emaru ends up bringing up the MIZKIF cover-up allegations. For those who don't know, if you just do a search, MIZKIF got canceled a couple years back, having to do with the fact that it looked like he covered up for a friend of his who had, I believe, SA'd another individual. He ended up going to court for it. It's been this huge thing. The reason that ties in is, of course, Emaru was with him at the time, and she ended up trying to help him, but she noticed that very clearly at around this time, due to what she assumes to be the stress of everything going on, he kind of snaps. This is when things start getting really bad for Emaru. But to start things off, and this really just goes into MIZKIF being incredibly insecure about himself from what Emaru is talking about.
That's what I said, nigga. Like, a nigga that really know he got it don't gotta control his girl, bro. He don't gotta do all this extra, you can't go out, you can't do this, that. He don't gotta do all that shit, cause he that Daewoo, bro. He's that guy, man.
Talking about. She goes into detail talking about even more controlling behaviors that he was exhibiting, like not allowing them to stream at the same time.
He never wanted to stream at the same time as me. Like, we really avoided it. And to me at the time, it made sense because, you know, I was like, well, of course, like, you know, we share a lot of community members. If we're live at separate times, we're both gonna perform better. You know, it makes sense. Yeah, we were never really live doing the same thing at the same time for a long time. with the exception of like things like events or sponsors or like, you know, just special things.
Now this goes on like this for a couple years until the first stream that Emery's saying that they ended up doing together was for a Rust event, a game called Rust. And she's going to explain a bit about this, but we actually have clips from that event that end up corroborating the story that she's about to tell us.
The first time that we ever streamed at the same time was for the 2024 Rust Kingdoms event on Twitch. We were sharing drops, so it was the first time in a very long time that we were both going to be live at the same time doing the same thing, basically. I know you're probably like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? But it'll make sense in a bit. So I'm live, he's live, we're both streaming, and like I said, you can go find all of this. This is public, there are clips of this. We're both streaming the Rust event. I start seeing in my chat, people start saying unofficial Miz raid, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then I check my Discord messages, and he's messaging me saying like, Emmy, you know, I'm gonna kill myself. I waited, or I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. Basically, he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally.
That's some lame ass shit, bro. Yo, you mad your girl doing better than you, my nigga? Shouldn't you be supportive of that shit? And even if you a little bit jealous, cause that's not you. You threatening to end your life cause your girl's getting more motherfucking views, cause she got more emotion. What type of lame, bro? It's signs that these niggas be lame, bro. That's some lame, insecure ass shit.
Literally it. I had higher viewership than him. He starts messaging me. He's really upset. I tried to tell him.
Nigga dead ass throwing a temper tantrum cause this girl got some motherfucking views to her name, bro. Yeah, that's so.
It's like, bro, you should come back and play. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's like wondering where you are. He ended his stream. And then I'm still live, you know, trying to act like nothing's wrong. In that house, I had a glass door so I could like see this was happening. He starts walking behind my stream and slamming the door so loud that my noise gate can pick it up. So even people on my stream are able to hear this is happening. And he slams it so hard and so many times that the front door literally broke. The lock did not work anymore. Here I'm back there doing this, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I tell my stream, I'm like, hey, guys, I'll be right back.
Nigga said, wah, she got more motion, wah, 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 wah. Ass nigga, bro. Grow up, nigga. Like, yeah, that nigga grow up, nigga. Grow the fuck up, nigga.
I get up and I go talk to him, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, Emmy, like, I hate all of you guys. Like, all you guys do is just take from me, and like, I'm just done. Like, I'm just done. And I was like, is this like really happening because of Rush drops? And he was like, I don't know what else to do. He was like going off on me, like basically saying that he hated me. And I was like, well, I don't know what to do now. And he was like, go finish your stream so that people don't know anything's wrong.
Now to corroborate this story, just about tit for tat, we also have, again, live stream fails. People were able to find it. This is that collab stream with him playing Rust with Emeru. They're actually showing the viewer count at the same time. It starts out with Emeru having 7,500, MIZKIF having 13,000. And so it's showing clips in between of them, you know, going through, playing the game, doing their event, leading up to the point when Emeru starts to overtake him with viewership. And from that point, I'm just gonna play you guys a few clips stitched together from this video to show you exactly what she was talking about, where she overtakes him, he ends up going off stream, and you can see her like flinching every time it happens, and then her stepping away.
Wait, our houses literally look exactly the same.
Yep. No, I hardly slept last night. That's why I seem tired today. Because I'm honestly fucking tired, chat. I'll be honest. I'm pretty tired. I'm just tired. Alright, chat. I'll see you guys later. I will see you guys probably tonight, if not tomorrow. I just need a nap. I'm fucking zooted out of my mind.
What does unofficial Miz raid mean?
Why are we all acting like we haven't murdered, like we haven't pillaged, like we have? She had a one-hit advantage. She was coming after me. I had to attack back.
She looks visibly scared, man.
What the fuck is this?
Well,
or at least that's what the startle would indicate.
Some cloth in my house. Go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. There you go. Yeah, she's trapped now.
Fine, look what I did.
Hello, sorry. It's like 20 minutes. Oh. Hello.
Now, honestly, I mean, just having those clips all set together and it's going just about exactly verbatim how she described it, and you can see even in the background MIZKIF walking over and then the door slamming, it really is not looking good for MIZKIF. Obviously, these are the claims coming from Emaru based on how she is presenting these and the severity of them.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like she's lying, bro. Number one, like I already pointed to, she already has clout, money, hella success, very well-known name, with at least within the content creation, Twitch streaming community. So there's no need. The whole lying to get clout, money, fame, that's out the window. She doesn't need to lie to get that stuff. She already has it, right? Secondly, the severity with she's doing this, she doesn't seem to be lying. Off her facial expression, off the inflection of her voice, the fact that we also have evidence of this stuff happening, right? You know, like the clips already showed the dude slamming the door so loud that the Twitch mic actually was able to pick it up. Her jumping, like looking startled, right? We have some level of evidence for this, and we're only like what, halfway into the video? So she does not seem to just be pulling this out her ass, right? And thirdly, she also said there was already lawyers involved, which points to this being a serious situation.
It just, for me personally, gives it a bit more credence or a bit more substance, but we don't have the full story yet.
Yeah.
Obviously, MIZKIF has not responded to this yet. I just figure it'd be important to...
I heard he did, and I heard it was terrible, but we have to watch that to see how his response actually was.
Be clear about the fact that I'm kind of leaning towards this seems pretty legitimate, particularly that clip, since we have that stream to corroborate it. Moving on past that, she says that because of this event, it seems like he really did snap, and things start getting even worse from there. She says that this was the tipping. She also said that this was the tipping point for her, and this is when she kind of realized and made the decision that, yes, I'm going to be moving out of the house now. She then starts listing off a few examples of the domestic violence she had referenced earlier.
After like all of that Rust stuff happened was when the other domestic abuse stuff really started. He would destroy furniture in front of me. He would throw things in front of me and near me. Destroy walls. Again, you can go see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom. The holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him. And he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour. And
damn, nigga, you gonna kill someone doing that shit.
Like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die, like threatening to kill both of us. This wasn't like even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did. A lot of the time, like one of the times
that nigga just sound mentally and emotionally unstable, my nigga. He sound like a dude who can't keep his emotions intact or regulated, to be more specific.
And it was because we were just getting food and
yeah, this is tragic for Emaru. This is tragic. I ain't gonna front.
He was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, no, like, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
So that's fucking...
You can't do that shit, nigga. You can't be going that fast with your girl, your woman in the car talking about something. I'm gonna end both. Like, you don't play like that. Even if he's playing, you don't play like that, bro. You need to know limits, my nigga. Like, what the fuck wrong with him?
Insane. Unfortunately, this can kind of be corroborated by another content creator, Maya. Here's a relevant clip. It's also showing him throwing stuff at Maya. I mean, albeit just like right in their face. And she also ends up talking about the driving recklessly.
She's so uninterested.
She said no.
Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags.
Damn, yeah, he dead ass this through two things. That was hard too. He threw right, and that was right at her face. That wasn't like over here, and that was right at her face.
Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags.
No, that's intentional, bro. That is intentional. That is 100% intentional.
Bags of Starbucks I got you over the past 2 days.
Oh my god.
Skip, that was
Throw
not
it back.
funny.
Throw it
Yeah, there
back.
better be. Oh my god, I would beat the shit out of him.
We're live.
Nigga tweaking the fuck out, bro. What's wrong with this nigga, bruh?
the fuck?
We're live, she says.
There's something about being trapped in a car with an angry aggro man that is like the absolute most helpless thing. Dude, I did a guy that would go like 100 miles an hour on the, like we would fight in the car, which was never my decision. Like it just always like happened. Like we just would like fight in the car and then he'd go like 100. And I would like literally like beg him to slow down. I'd be so scared and I'd cry, and then he would not slow down until I apologized.
So it's not directly saying it was MIZKIF, it's just, I guess the surrounding context makes it seem very much so like it was. For those who don't know, Maya also had dated MIZKIF. I feel like the best spot to include a few other relevant clips would be right here since we're talking about Maya. He was actually shown and fully admitted to getting incredibly jealous whenever Maya had higher views than he would, which falls in line with what Emery was talking about him being insecure about this.
You had 7,000 viewers when you were playing the crane game.
I had 14,000 this morning IRLing at the nonprofit.
Okay, I didn't need to hear that.
He gets upset.
No, okay.
Nigga dead ass mad that he got less motion than his girl. That's tough. That's tough.
No. I used to get upset. I'm not kidding you, chat. I used to legitimately get fucking pissed because I'm like, are you fucking serious? I brought this bitch into the world, and now all of a sudden she's fucking.
Look at her face, my nigga. Look at her face. Look how worried she look, my nigga. Look at her, bro. Look how, like, bro. Look at the face, my nigga. Look. She's looking at. She's making the face like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, he tweaked. Look at his face. Not his, her. My fault. My apologies, but look, God damn.
Because I was going like this. And she was going like this.
That nigga geeking the fuck out, bro.
What the hell is this crap? What is going on here? It's the fucking Babsity effect. So I was pissed. I'm like, you were such a pussy.
The fact that
No, well, go back.
It's the fucking Babsity
Dickhead ass nigga, bro. That nigga like, grrr, she got more motion than me. Grrr. Like, nigga, that's your woman. You should be happy, nigga. Happy your girl is doing things. Or at least be neutral about it. Don't be throwing Wendy's bags and goddamn Starbucks and Takis and motherfucking Cheeto Puffs at your woman because she putting in work. Fuck wrong with this nigga, bro. Fuck wrong with this nigga, bro.
I'm like, you were
toxic ass dickhead. Toxic as fuck. I don't know. Is this dickhead? I don't know, bro. This nigga tripping,
such a
bro.
pussy.
the fact that you can say that and feel like it's okay that you felt that way and just be like, yeah, I was like that is crazy. That's bad.
Is it bad?
Yes.
Yes, it's bad that you mad at your girl got more motion than you, my nigga. Cause if I started streaming and then my girl joined the game and she put more numbers than me, I'm thinking to myself, damn, I gotta set my game up. Let me lock in. Cause I'm thinking my girl's doing this. Let me lock in right quick. Let me get to the heights I need to get to. That's what I would think. That's my mindset. Not to destroy someone, but to get to their level on some shit, you know, on some like real recognized real iron sharpers iron on something like that, right? You know, you get your motion up because she got her motion up. That's what I'm thinking. That's what a couple should be. Co-partner should be. Try to get to that level, right? I'm seeing these greats, bro. I'm seeing these reactors like Young Don, Astro Dior. I'm seeing these dudes going crazy, uploading 3 to 4 videos a day. I'm seeing I'm seeing people like Zephyr, C did Champ putting work in their vids. I'm like, bro, let me step my game up. Let me upload more vids. Let me put more work into my vids. Let me start theorizing more videos to put up. Let me start really writing get to writing these scripts again, writing bullet points, all that. Let me actually get to locking in on my craft right quick, sharpen my blade. Not to motherfucking go to, like, the equivalent of what this nigga is doing is me going to CJ and Zeph's channel, Codename Super's channel, Blank Boy's channel, Sensei's channel, and being like, I hate you, you suck, and reporting their vids. That's the equivalent of what this nigga is doing. That is what this nigga is doing from a Twitch gaming streaming perspective, my nigga.
And guess what? I don't care anymore.
That's bad.
But I don't care anymore. And I stopped caring.
He's okay as long as I never have more viewers than him. If I ever surpassed him in viewership, which will never happen.
Oh, she'd be done. I'd pull the plug.
I think it's just important to show that corroboration of other people telling the stories like Maya, a previous partner of MIZKIF. Next up, we have some screenshots of MIZKIF interacting with Emeru, messaging her during a World of Warcraft streaming thing, and he got upset because Emeru had picked the same class, which meant in MIZKIF's mind that they were going to be constantly comparing him to Emeru. And so now that, you know...
This how Vegeta was comparing himself to Goku, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga having nightmares that his girl's putting in work, bro. Oh my fucking, bro. That nigga like Vegeta. He dead ass like Vegeta, bro. Y'all remember when Vegeta had a dream of Goku and Trunks turning Super Saiyan? This is that, but this worse than Vegeta. Cause Vegeta at least Vegeta at least bare minimum, this nigga lived his whole life working under the nigga that killed his dad and destroyed his homeworld. Then he realized that the lower class Saiyan he fought against, and then his own son from a distant future timeline or alternate timeline had achieved the form that he longed for. And you know what Vegeta? You know what's even crazy? You know what Vegeta did? It's even crazy. Vegeta was obsessed with Goku and Trunks, especially Goku. You know what that nigga did? He trained his ass off to get to their level, bro. He ain't try to put Kakarot down. He ain't try to un-Super Saiyan Goku. He got to their level and started stunting on niggas, bro. So he's not even. I can't even give this nigga the credit of being Vegeta, bro. I can't even give him that. Because Vegeta at least grinded to get to the point where he could get as strong as a Goku, bro. So no, I can't even get this nigga the Vegeta card.
Insecurity of his that's getting pressed is Emeru's fault for choosing the same fucking class in World of Warcraft. As she brings these up, I'm just gonna
boo boo baby butt ass nigga, bro. Wah, she chose my cunt. Wah, grow up, nigga. Nigga, grown ass man, bro. I don't even like to use that as like as an argument, but grown ass man getting mad because this girl chose the same class as him. Grown ass adult ass nigga, bro.
To read them out, but here it says, how do I know it's not just someone who doesn't follow LOL? Yes, I'm still wanting to be DPS, but for dungeons I have to tank. Yeah. MIZKIF says, you really don't. Like, you don't. Emeru, how can I not tank in dungeons? You straight up don't have to because you're a DPS. My group didn't have other warriors. Yeah, I know where this is going, and I'm not dealing with it. I asked for a boundary, and it's always crossed. You don't know boundaries. Second one here, how can I not tank as a warrior in dungeons? Because you aren't a tank? When I said I don't want to be a tank, I meant I don't want to tank in raid, which is still true, because I don't know what I'm doing. MIZKIF says, you do not need to tank in dungeons. Now I'm going to get so much shit nonstop. And then he starts showing this. Emmy is better. Emmy this. I can't have anything. Emmy, you just take. Not tank, just that simple. WTF does that mean? You already played warrior when I told you we were going to get compared. Emeru says in this one, I didn't.
Nigga, this is worse than Goku and Vegeta, bro. This is worse, bro. This is worse, bro. Nigga really throwing, this nigga dead ass throwing a hissy fit. This nigga dead ass throwing a hissy fit, bro. This is sad ass, bro. This is some lame shit, bro. I could never imagine playing the game with my girl and getting mad because we both chose the DPS main or the tank main. I would never. That's like, that's some lame, bro. I can't imagine how lame that is, boy. That's a new level of lame, bro. This nigga really getting his, you know, in them cartoons where they got like the smoke popping out they head and they face turn all red and shit. That's what that nigga is, and it's over because this girl chose the same class as him. Oh my god, bro. This nigga a cornball. This nigga a bum, bro. Oh my god.
Didn't have another warrior in any of my groups today, and no warriors wanting to join. MIZKIF says, girl with 27k, I'm assuming live viewers, couldn't find a warrior. You can every time, you just want to tank. I know what you're doing right now, and I'm not dealing with it. Emery says, there were no warriors asking to join, and why is it bad for me to pull in dungeons? MIZKIF said, because now I'm going to get compared nonstop, because now people are just going to say you're better. Because I told you this when you first told me you wanted to play warrior, and it's already happening, and you just don't care about this stuff ever. Following that up, it says at the bottom, there's no boundaries with you. Now we're the same class, same thing, tanks. And Emery's like, dude. And MIZKIF says, don't dude me. I asked for one thing with you, don't be a tank, and now you're tanking. What can I do? Emery says, what am I supposed to do? He says, don't tank. Yep, there it is. Em says, I'm playing the game. And then Miz just starts doing this weird tank. Emmy, do it. Let me handle all the hate. And really starts going at it. The criticism, the you're worse than Emmy.
I can barely, let me see if I can read this. You're worse than Emmy. Bro, this nigga's dead at, bro. People are saying you're better in every chat. Now I know what that says since nobody was on my side. The comparisons, my fair. Let me deal with it. You have fun. I asked you. Like, bro, this nigga really imagine. This nigga is his own worst enemy, bro. And I don't know if there's like a MIZKIF defender who's gonna watch this video and be mad because I'm scoring on his ass so hard. But it's like, the way you acting is so corny to me, bro. If you was just by yourself acting like this, that's already bad. But the fact that you have dated two girls both in the streaming space, and in both instances you're throwing bags at them, you're disrespecting them, you're showing outright envy and hate because they're doing better than you. You out here getting hissy at your girl because you chose the same class as you in a video game. You out here driving super fast, allegedly, on the highway. because you're mad that Mr. Beast didn't invite you to a certain event for content creators. Like, all this shit is like, how can I not score on this nigga? He's making it too easy. Like, this is like max ammo in Call of Duty, bro. Max ammo times pack-a-punch. Like, I don't even gotta like it's that easy to just cook him, bro. And almost all this could be avoided if he worked on his internal world, bro. If he worked on his spiritual internal world and he dealt with his insecurity, he dealt with his anger issues, he meditated on his problems and sought to fix them by integrating good habits in his life, like journaling, going on long walks, actually taking care of his mental world, then none of this shit would be happening. None of this would be happening. He would be chilling, growing, most likely. He'd be growing because he'd be happier, more confident, and be able to focus on his work more. So none of this would be happening. The reason he most likely was getting out-motioned by both these two ladies is because he spent so much energy huffing and puffing at them instead of actually streaming.
The Emmy is so much better. The people saying you're better in every chat. The comparison, since nobody will be on my side. Let me deal with it. You have fun. I asked you not to become a tank and you didn't listen. And now it's the classic, what was I supposed to do? I'm not dealing with this. P. And then she also provides screenshots of MIZKIF essentially trying to contact her something like 40 times from January to now when they started this no contact, or at least Emaru did. I'm not really interested in reading through all of these, but to TLDR it for you guys, it's a ton of love bombing and him just reattempting over and over and over again just to get her to contact him, and just multiple
Oh my god, he talking to himself in the chat. This nigga having a full one-to-one convo with him. Look at all this. Look, bro. That's 1, 2, 3. These is probably more. I'm counting these whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. This nigga. Oh my lord, bro. This nigga wrote the Declaration of Independence in the goddamn DMs, bro. That's sick.
Instances of him saying, like, you are the one person I love, etc. Now we're getting into probably the heaviest allegation made by Emaru, and that is her alleging that MIZKIF had attempted to SA her.
So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. When this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with, but I let him hold me while I was crying. And
yeah, off rip, I'm not hugging someone. Like, he's hugging her. I mean, in some instances that's okay, but I'm not gonna hug a girl. Like, holding, like, a side hug is one thing, right? But even if one of my homegirls was going through something, I'm not going to give him like I might give him a side hug, but that's the most physical contact that's going on. That's the most. Side hug and that. And the side hug is a maybe. I'm going to listen to your problems. I'm going to be there to comfort you, but I'm not really engaging in physical touch unless you are my girl. Unless you are my lady.
he started kissing me in my face.
See, now the line has been completely crossed, my nigga. That's... Did she say that was not, they weren't dating at this point, correct?
Close to him. When this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with, but
so she said that, so that alludes to them not being in a relationship. So he's doing all this touching and they're not even girlfriend or boyfriend.
I let him hold me while I was crying, and he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then suddenly he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And
like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Like, yo, this woman is in distress. So you gonna try to shove your fucking hand in her pants, my nigga? Like, what the fuck are we, like, what are we doing, bro? Like, oh my, what are we actually motherfucking doing, bro, nigga? Like, this nigga dead ass thought it was perfectly fine to attempt to shove his hand down this woman's pants when she is clearly in distress. She is clearly going through some shit. And you thought it'd be you thought it'd be okay to try to shove your hands down this woman's pants and climb on top of her? Like, what is the thought process of that, bro? Like, how, you know how uncontrolled you have to be and weird you have to be as a human being to try to something like that when this woman, who's not even your girl, not even in a relationship at this point, from what she alluded to earlier, saying I'm not comfortable with people touching me who aren't like my my partner, right? Which is fair. So you're doing all this, you're not even her partner, and she's in distress, so she's not in the mood for that right now. You're trying to force that mood, you're trying to force that presence. No, nigga, you're sick.
And I screamed.
We don't play that shit around here, man.
Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, "I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have
no shit, you did something wrong, nigga."
to go." And he immediately left my house while I was still crying without checking if I was okay or anything.
This genuinely sounds horrific. I can't imagine to any partner or any past partner that I've had them being in such a vulnerable state, literally crying their eyes out, that would lead into.
No, I've never in my life, had like a girl I was with or a homegirl that I was close to, seen them sobbing, seen them in distress, right? And then try to insinuate sexual contact. That shit has never ever happened. That has never ever happened. Cause that's just like, what's wrong with you, my nigga? Like, that's generally like, what the fuck is your problem? Yo, like, even a dude who's horny, who wants to clap cheeks, even that guy knows, if he's controlled enough, he's a good enough partner, even he knows, okay, she's in distress, she's crying. It's not even my woman, bro. It's not even my girl. It's just a homegirl or a girl that I'm used to talk to. Like, why are you trying to do that when she's in distress? Why are you trying to shove your hand down her pants and trying to push and make yourself get on top of her? Like, what are we actually doing, my nigga? What are we doing? What the fuck is this nigga doing, bro?
Trying to make a move. Now, again, this is Emaru alleging this stuff towards MIZKIF. We have to wait for a response.
Yeah, this is alleged, right? I should probably say that more in this video because I know defamation exists. But if this is alleged, right? Allegedly. He allegedly did this. But if this is true, it's like, what's wrong with this nigga, bro? Because we already have proof of the other shit. The throwing the bags, the constant like stuff, things of that nature. Like, we already got like evidence that he was wilding out in that sense of the word. So we already have proof that this nigga was in some way, shape, or form being abusive. But now we have this allegation. I ain't gonna lie, if that's true, bro. This nigga, he's packed, bro. He's packed.
Funnily enough, while I've been recording this and like kind of refreshing pages, MIZKIF is currently live. For the sake of making this useful for you guys, I'm going to be putting out this video, and then I'm going to go over MIZKIF's stream, actually break it down, and then follow up with that video of his response. But to start to bring this video to a close, we have another instance where she claims that MIZKIF had talked to one of the employees of Emaru and said that if she tried to talk about anything that she's talking about, that he would destroy her.
Even something happened this weekend at TwitchCon. One of my employees told me he went up to them and he threatened them, saying, "If Emmy ever tries to talk about me, I will destroy her," whatever that means.
Now, this is kind of alluding to the blackmail part of these claims. And this involves MIZKIF apparently wanting to stage this like smear campaign against Emaru if she were to ever come forward with any of this information by claiming, from Emaru's perspective falsely, that she abused her rabbits. Apparently, he had reached out to other content creators to try to get them on board to talk about this if this situation were to go down, and they did not follow through with helping him out.
I mentioned this.
We can win the fight against Parkinson's.
Tight shit, Parkinson's, tight shit. But we got a video to watch, bro. I ain't gonna front, so I'm gonna need you to need these ass to bounce, bro. I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna need these ass to skedaddle. Cause we looking at some serious business right here, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Beginning, before I started like fully telling the story, I heard from my friends, other streamers, and my employees that he had hooked up a plot that if I ever tried to talk about him, like about the abuse or anything else, he would try to go live and say that I killed my rabbit. And I was told that he approached several streamers who are around us a lot when we lived together and asked if they would basically back him up and they refused.
Yeah, that does indeed sound insane. Funnily enough, as I'm going through and finding these clips, there are clips surfacing from MIZKIF's stream that's going on right now of him talking about the rabbit. So I'll be sure to cover that in this follow-up video. At face value, though, that does sound insane. I'd be very interested to see if MIZKIF brings any receipts. Now,
That can't be true. That rabbit shit can't be true, bro. But yeah, I mean, I think we can end the video right there. Yeah, but this is a wild situation. Again, this is the SA, you know, that part of the video. That's alleged, right? That is allegedly. But if that is true, I think this dude is done. He's already shown himself to be a weirdo and extremely insecure. But if that part is true, yeah, that's bad. That's really bad, bro. But yeah, this is just an unfortunate situation for Emeru. Hope she's doing alright. But with that being said, it's your boy Jay. Stay healthy, stay healthy, and stay blessed. And I'm out.